Okay. All right, we're back to action. Sorry about that. We had a technical glitch. And should be good to go. Now, Southwestern is in your light gray uniforms and trimmed to blue. St. Gregory's in black uniforms trimmed to white. They'll be going from left to right. The Eagles right to left, and they control the opening tip.
Huh?
Eagles on the attack. St. Gregory's comes away with the ball, headed back down the other end. Eagles pass it. Cavaliers pass the ball across court. Long three-point shot put up, no good, bounds around. And Lydia Ross, who's starting the game for the Eagles tonight, come away with the rebound. Test, 1, 2, 3. You can hear me now, can't you, Kay? Shot clock running down, and Cavaliers put up a shot, and then number 35, Howard, comes away with the rebound and puts it back in for the Cavaliers, giving them an early 2-0 lead.
Basket by Andy McGill there, Danny, to give the Eagles a 3-2 lead.
Cavaliers on the attack now, number 11. Leach with the ball, passes it over to the near wing to Lee. Lee dribbles in on McGill, pulls up, kicks it back out. Now long three shot put up short by Leach, and shot put back in by Howard for the Cavaliers. 4-3 lead for the Cavaliers now. Wild shot put up by Kim Hayes for the Eagles. Left it well short. Back come the Cavaliers with the ball. Ball stolen away by the Eagles. McGill comes away with it. Goes up past half court. Kicks it over for a long three-point shot. That's short by Hadley. Long three shot put up, no good by Lee. It's going to be Lady Eagles basketball.
This game, Danny, is starting out not too great on the floor.
McGill across the half-court line. Chance kicks it back to McGill. She's going to let loose a long three and drills it.
Good looking shot, good passing of the ball by the Eagles. And they lead 6-4 with 16 minutes to go in the half.
Lee drives in all the way, puts up a shot, misses it. McGill with the rebound, heading back up court. Hayes now with the long three, just off. Rebounded by Butler for the Cavaliers. Long three-point shot up and buried that time by Leach.
That's good movement of the ball by St. Gregory. A 7-6 lead.
Jans with the long three-point shot. Misses, rebound pulled by Clark. We'll have a whistle and a foul called on the Eagles.
Foul's called on number 21. Grace Hadley, her first. Team's first at the line.
That's the first team foul of the half.
So Shannon Howard's at the line. First shot is up, and that's an air ball, Coach.
Boy, it's tough to airball a free throw. Of course, I've seen a couple of our players from Columbia airball free throws.
Are you saying our cameraman's from
Our
Columbia?
cameraman is from Columbia, and I've seen him airball a free throw.
And he's shaking his head. No, Coach, not me. Next shot is up and good by Howard. 8-6 lead now for the Cavaliers. Ross across half-court line to Jans. Jan looks in up underneath, back out to McGill to Ross over on the far side. She's going to make a spin move in, puts up a shot, and she's fouled.
Nice move by Ross. She did a move to the left, reverse turn, laid it up underhanded on the right side of the basket, and was hacked.
Let's go send Ross to the line to shoot two. First shot is up, no good, hard.
At the line, shooting for the Lady Eagles, number 1, Lydia Ross.
Second shot is up, and that one's good. 8-7 lead now. Lee across the timeline, finds herself a lane, goes all the way in, misses the shot. Howard's there for the rebound, and as she goes back up, she's going to be fouled by Ross for the Eagles.
I don't see much intensity out of the Lady Eagles tonight. They seem to be just standing around.
First shot by Howard's long, no good. Second shot is up, and that one's short. Fight for the rebound. Howard comes away with it for the Cavaliers. Over on the far wing, Lee puts up a long three, no good. Now we've got a fight on the floor for the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to belong to the Cavaliers.
Possession arrow stays with the Lady Cavaliers. Reporting for the Lady Cavaliers, number 22, Kaylin Dickerson. If you are escorting one of the senior men tonight, there's a reception in the classroom located on the second floor of the gym.
Nice pass on the inside, kick back out, another long three put up short by Howard. And then we're going to have a whistle on the floor, and Southwestern going to call timeout here at the 14:23 mark. Cavaliers are on top 8-7. So, Coach, what do you think here about things are going in the early going for the Eagles?
Not very good for the Eagles. They don't have any intensity at all. Looks like they just showed up and they're on a daily stroll down the street. I don't see any intensity at all. So they've got to improve. You know, they're playing the last place team in the conference. Probably in their minds, they think they're ready to play, but they aren't really ready.
Neither team shooting very well so far in the game. Eagles 2 of 7 for 28%, and the Cavaliers are 3 of 11 for 27%.
Well, that's why Coach Matthews called timeout, try to stir them up a little bit.
Well, and the big advantage for the Cavaliers is they've had 11 rebounds compared to the Eagles' 3, 6 offensive and 5 defensive rebounds. Back to action. Ross across half-court line into Johnson. Johnson kicks it over to McGill. She puts up a three, skips across, but Jans is there for the rebound.
Good offensive rebound by Jantz. Good position.
Kick into Johnson. She scores. Nice play there.
She has really improved. I like all the things I see out of her.
Leach kicks it here to Lee right below us. How great. Now over to Clark up the top. She's going to dribble in. She's met there by McGill. Now long three put up, and that rolls around and goes in by Leach. Back come the Eagles on offense. McGill to Ross in the corner. Back to McGill. McGill over to Jans. Jans motioning for Johnson to cut through. Hayes, nice pass into Johnson. Bounce pass, misses her shot. Should have had that one.
Yeah, she needed to be a little stronger going up.
Ball thrown underneath. It's going to be taken away by the Eagles. Johnson did a good job on the floor. Getting it to Jantz, up to McGill now. McGill on the attack. Pass to Hayes. Hayes to Jan. She's going to let loose a three. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Dickerson for the Cavaliers. Set up their offense. Ball over in the far corner. Nearly walked with it as Leach was faking a shot. Kicks it back up to Outgrade. Back over into the far corner to Leach. Now up top to Clark. Clark's going to let loose a three as the whistle shot clock goes off, and it's going to belong to the Eagles.
And into the game for the Eagles is Taylor Estep replacing Lydia Ross. Another freshman.
McGill across the half-court line. Into Johnson. Johnson to Jantz, now to McGill, back to Jantz. Jantz looking underneath. Throws it back over to Estep, to Hayes. Hayes fakes a three, gives it back to Estep. Estep fakes a three, gives it back to Hayes. Now to Jantz right here below us. Shot clock down to 2, and Hayes drills a long three.
That was an NBA three.
Eagles with the lead now, 12-11.
They can never get more than 1 point ahead, though, for some reason.
Lee over into the far corner. Ball nearly taken away by Hayes, but it goes out of bounds off of her. Howard's back up for the Cavaliers, coming back in.
One thing Eliora Johnson needs to learn to do is protect the baseline. She just can't seem to get her.
Gives it up a little too easily.
Too easily.
Cavaliers inbounded all the way to the top to Lee, and she's going to let loose a long three, in and out, no good, but the rebound's pulled down by Leach. Nice pass into Howard. She's going to put up a shot, no good. Hayes has got the rebound. Should have been a foul called as Cavalier went over her back, but back come the Eagles. Jans makes a move back to Hayes. Hayes dribbles into the paint. She gets fouled.
That's going to be side out of bounds. That's the second foul on St. Gregory's.
That foul's going to be on Dickerson. That'll be her first foul of the game. Long pass out front to McGill, to Jans, to Estep. And ball nearly stolen away by Dickerson as Jans attempted to pass.
Amazingly, she threw it right where her hand was.
That always happens, doesn't it?
That makes a turnover most of the time. Luckily, that went out of bounds.
Jans with the ball for the Eagles to Johnson. She's wide open here at the baseline, going to put up a shot and scores it.
I like what I see out of Eliora Johnson. Biggest lead of the game for the Lady Eagles, 15-11.
Howard kicks out to Lee. All the way over to the far corner to Lee. She makes a pass underneath to Dickerson back out top. To Howard. Good ball movement. Now a long three-point shot put up.
That's the second time we've seen that in the last 2 games.
See if anybody can get it. No, she can't do it. She says, I give up.
Stick it in the crack.
Here comes one of the.
They got to go get a ball to knock it.
Call possession arrow belongs to Lady Eagles. Reporting for the Lady Eagles, number 21, Grace Hadley.
We got an assist by one of the St. Gregory's varsity men players.
McGill with the ball for the Lady Eagles, bringing it up court. Pass into Johnson. Johnson's going to step back. That's a short shot. Misses. Rebound pulled down by Howard.
She kind of half shot that.
Leach dribbles in the paint, kicks it over for a long three, bounds in and out. We're going to have over the back on Johnson for the Eagles.
Her first, team's third.
You got to move back so we can see, bud. Sorry. Ball back into action. Leach throws it in to Lee. Lee back over to Leach in the corner, fakes a pass to the inside.
Double dribble.
Ball
Back
thrown
court.
away. That's going to be back court. They're just going to let it go out. It's going to be Eagles ball.
I don't know why they didn't pick it up, and then it would be half court. They let it go out underneath.
It's called not knowing the rules, Coach.
I guess.
E-step into Johnson. Johnson wide open. Thought she was going to shoot. Now she makes a handoff to McGill, who goes back up top to reset the offense. Into Hadley. Hadley back to McGill, to Jans, to Johnson. Johnson's wide open. Makes a move in. Kicks it back out to Jans. A long three. That's going to be in and out. No good. Johnson nearly got called for a foul. She was afraid she was. Gets away with it. It's going to go out of bounds. Belong to the Cavaliers.
And Grace Hadley's back in the game, replacing Kim Hayes.
Lee over to Leach here in the wing below us. Back up to Lee. Far corner now. Good ball movement. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. No hurry here by the Cavaliers. Finally made a move in. Dickerson did. She lost control of the ball. The Eagles come away with it. Coach, I haven't seen the shot clock run down so low so many times in the game all year.
I think that's how St. Gregory's trying to play. Take time off the clock. Bad pass for Grace Hadley.
Taken away by Cavaliers, and we got a timeout called by the St. Gregory Cavaliers. Here at the 8:32 mark, Eagles are up on top, 14-11.
Well, this isn't the greatest basketball I've watched this year.
Is it your worst?
Well, it's not much above the worst.
Eagles are being led in scoring right now by McGill. She has 6 points. McGill has 2 rebounds, and Jans is the assist leader with 3 assists. The Cavaliers, Leach with 6 points, Howard with 6 rebounds, and Lee with 2 assists. Eagles are going to have to get a lot tougher underneath the goal and rebounds. Cavaliers hold a decisive 11 rebound advantage this early in the game. They've had 8 offensive and 8 defensive rebounds. Eagles are only 5 rebounds, 1 offensive and 4 defensive rebounds so far for the game. So as we get ready for action, both teams coming back out on the court.
Checking back into the game for the Lady Eagles, number 1, Lydia Ross.
Ross is back into the game for the Lady Eagles.
Replacing Jantz.
Lee with the ball. Now underneath the Howard. Nice play that didn't work out as Howgard walked with the ball on a pass from Howard. Eagles ball. Ross back up to McGill. McGill underneath the Hadley. Hadley spins, puts up a nice little right-hand hook shot, and scores.
Nice pass inside by Andy McGill to Grace Hadley. Made a nice turn and laid it up.
Howard Kicks it back out to Lee. Far corner. Long three shot put up, no good. Ross grabs the rebound as Haggard missed that shot for the Cavaliers. E-step to Hadley. Hadley kicks it.
Double teamed, so brings it back out.
Ross here in the near wing below us. To E-step. E-step back to Ross. Ross makes a move, spins, turns, goes in, puts up a shot wildly, but she's fouled by Leach. And that's going to send Ross to the line to shoot two.
At the line shooting two, number 1, Lydia Ross.
Man, Ross had a bunch of moves there. She had more moves than a worm in a.
So she had me faked out. I couldn't keep up with all those moves. First shot is up and good.
Eagles up 6 now with 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the half.
Second one's up and good. Eagles in a matchup zone defense. Lee to Leach. Back over to Howard. She pops a long three. No good, but Howard's there for the rebound. She scores.
Can't let them get those kind of shots. Got to block out. Either or
Haggard
Johnson
was
didn't
one
do
shoot.
anything then.
Haggard was the one shooting that long three that missed. Ross makes a move in, throws high off the backboard. No good. She goes to the ground.
Wasn't a very good shot. That was kind of a wild shot.
Back come the Cavaliers. Leach fakes a three, hands it to Lee. She's going to pump a long three. That's long. And we're going to have a foul on the Cavaliers. Going to be Eagle basketball. That foul is going to be on Howard. That's Howard's first foul of the game. Hayes is back into the game for the Eagles. As Johnson takes a seat. Hayes on the far wing. Pass into Hadley. Not a very good pass, but E-step picks it up, puts up a shot, and skips off the rim. No good. Goes off McGill as she was trying to fight for the rebound and going to belong to the Cavaliers. Lee over on the far side. Long three, put up and no good by Leach. Eagles with the rebound. E-step back up court. Pass nearly stolen, but Hadley gets it. Back to E-step to Hayes. Hayes is going to shoot. Bounds around and falls in.
Boy, did she get a shooter's touch on that. Thing was flat, hit the rim, bounced straight up in the air and went in.
I think that spin helped her that time, Coach.
Yeah.
Pass underneath to Howard. She puts up a shot. No good. Ross somehow comes out of there with the rebound. Kicks it to McGill. McGill's going to shoot a long three. In and out. No good. Howard pulls down the rebound.
Not very good three-point shooting by either team.
Eagles 3 of 9, 33%, and the Cavaliers are 2 of 13 for 15%. Haggard puts it into Dickerson. That ball's knocked away, but Leach comes away with it. And the shot clock's going to run out. Violation.
Miranda Jantz back into the game, replacing Taylor E-step.
Number 30, Cassidy Clark.
Ross across the half-court line for the Eagles. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Eagles up 20-13. Hayes going to let loose another long three. That one's long. Ooh. Cavaliers come back with the rebound.
I think we can get a better shot than that one.
Long shot put up by Halgard, no good. Two Eagles fell to the floor trying to get a rebound, and Eagles still come away with it. Hayes, nice move inside, misses her shot, fight for a rebound, got it, twist, and she gets fouled.
Not a shooting foul on the floor.
Foul score number 23, Kelsey Halgard.
Halgard with her first foul, team's fifth foul. Not many fouls called here so far in the game. Jans to Hayes. McGill to Jans, and we're going to have a foul called on Hayes. That's going to be her first foul of the game.
23, Kim Hayes, her first, team's fourth.
Back on the attack for the Eagles. Halgard.
Good defense by Grace Hadley that time, cutting off the baseline.
Cut Clark off as she was trying to make a move. Down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. Shot was missed, and Clark comes away with the rebound. Back to Lee. Going to have a 3-second call that time on Howard as she got caught in the lane.
They could have put up a tent in the lane that time. Camping for the night.
I was going to order a pizza and sit there and eat it.
Yes.
Ross setting up the offense for the Eagles. To Hadley.
Not back.
To Ross. To Hadley. She's going to let loose a long three that's short. Jan saved a great job getting it to Hayes, back into Hadley. She gets a little room and scores.
Good job. Good pass. Eagles have a 9-point lead. Like to get to half in double-figure lead.
Long pass over to Lee. She goes in on Jantz. Now kicks it out to Dickerson, and she misses a two, but Howard pulls that rebound down. Misses her shot. Shot put up by Dickerson, and she scored.
Not a very good job on the defensive boards for the Eagles.
And got lucky we didn't get a foul called.
Yeah.
Janes to Ross with 2:12 left. To Hadley, she puts up a two. Hard off the back rim, comes back out.
Good shot, just didn't have good touch on the shot.
Lee over on the far side kicks it to Dickerson, back to Lee. She looks underneath for Howard, now throws it up top to Clark. Finally, Halgard puts up a shot, no good. Hayes is there for the rebound. Back come the Eagles. Ross drives in, has it taken away by Howard.
Wasn't a good decision.
Lee's going to go all the way in, throws up a wild shot, no good.
Come on, run on the backside.
Ross to McGill, wide open underneath, and she gets hacked and fouled. Halgard is going to be called for that foul. That'll be her second foul.
Kelsey Halgard, her second, team sixth. At the line, shooting two, number 33, Andy McGill.
Halgard didn't like that foul, but I felt like without a doubt she hacked her pretty good. So McGill's first free shot is up and good. Second one, that's up and good.
Well, we
Now
got
we
a
have substitute.
moment here, Danny. We probably ought to talk about the Sooner Conference Tournament. The Eagles will play Thursday night. If they win this game tonight, they will be the 5th seed, and they will play Texas Wesleyan in the first game on Thursday. I don't know the time yet.
Okay. And you'll be able to check the website to know what time that game is. They'll have that posted as soon as we know.
We will know on our own website, or you can go to the Sooner Athletic Conference website, too. That talks about everything there.
And probably gives you more information on the teams and all that kind of good stuff.
Right.
Eagles got a turnover. They're back on the attack. Hayes with the ball. Pass into Hadley. Rolls over the front of the rim, and Eagle with an 11-point lead now with 54 seconds left.
Yep. Should be one more possession with the ball. Play good defense this time.
Clark up top. Pass over to Halgard. She steps back out, throws it to Lee. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. As Dickerson now gives it to Halgard. She's going to shoot a long three. The shot looked good, but it came in and out.
Now you want the final shot of the half.
25 seconds left. Shot clock and game clock is nearly even. Hadley pulls in, makes a tough shot.
Fall away. Fall away. Hadley probably ought to be the high scorer for the Eagles by now.
And she is with 8 points. Oh my goodness. Lee throws up a wild shot that goes in and gets fouled.
Foul's called on number 21, Grace Hadley, her second.
Hadley with her second foul. That's the fifth team foul. Shots up, bounds around, no good. Hadley with the rebound. Roth's going to take it up court, and no shot gets off. Halftime. Lady Eagles 28, Cavaliers 17.
Senior, it'll be a little long. Now don't get lost.
Hey, you need to hang around. You need to hang around. We're going to be bringing you senior night now. As they get things set up, I'll go over the statistics for you real quick. Eagles have shot 10 of 27 for 37%. They're 3 of 12 from behind the three-point line for 25%. Free throws, they're 83% as they've hit 5 of 6. Rebounds, still a bugaboo, but they're closing the gap a little bit. They've had 16 rebounds compared to 24 for the Cavaliers. Eagles 3 offensive, 3 defensive rebounds. For the Cavaliers, 12 offensive and 12 defensive rebounds. Eagles have 9 assists, 3 steals, 4 turnovers, 1 block, and 5 team fouls. For St. Gregory's, they're 7 of 31. Shooting percentage for 22%. They're only 2 of 17 from behind three-point line for 11%. Free throws, they're 1 of 5 for 20%. Rebounds, as I said, 24. Assists, Cavaliers have had 2, 3 steals, 10 turnovers, 0 blocks, and 16 fouls. Leading scorer for the Eagles so far in the game is Grace Hadley. She's done that on 4 of 7 shooting. She's 0 for 2 from the three-point line. She's had 3 rebounds and 2 personal fouls for a total of 8 points. Following her, Andy McGill, same amount of points. She's had 8 points. She's 2 of 4. Shooting with 2 of 4 from three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and she's got 1 assist. After that, we have 5 points from Kim Hayes on 2 of 7 shooting, and 4 points on 2 of 4 shooting.
University would like to welcome you to Senior Night 2015.
And Ross,
Presented by Select
3
Physical
points,
Therapy.
3 or 4 field goals. We're going to take it down the floor for our senior night.
Athletes for the hard work and dedication to intercollegiate athletics at SCU. SCU President Dr. Reggie Zwanika and Athletic Director Mark Arthur and head coaches will be presenting gifts to our seniors. Our first senior is basketball player Jacqueline Anna Saferna. Jacqueline is being escorted by Madeline Lafferty. Madagascar and is majoring in sports management with an emphasis in marketing. Thank you, Jacobin, for your hard work and dedication to SCU. You have represented us well, and we are honored to give you this gift of appreciation. SCU senior Jacobin Anand Masako. Our next senior is basketball player Rashawn Brown. Rashawn is from Middleton, Connecticut, and is majoring in sports management. Thank you, Rashawn, for your hard work and dedication to SCU. You have represented SCU well, and we are honored to give you this gift of appreciation. SCU senior Rashawn Brown. Next, we have basketball player Adam Durlbeck. Adam is from Prague, Czech Republic, and is majoring in kinesiology. Adam, we appreciate your hard work and your dedication to SCU. You have done a good job representing SCU well, and we are honored to give you this gift of appreciation. Senior Adam Durlbeck. Our next two seniors are Austin Turner and Tyler Turner. They are being escorted by Sherry Turner. Austin and Tyler are from Hobbs, New Mexico. Both of them are majoring in sports management. We appreciate all your hard work and your dedication to the college. You have represented us very well. We're honored to give you this gift. Seniors, Austin Turner and Tyler Turner. Our next senior is bowler Jade Maloney. Jade is being escorted by Michelle Jade. He is from Piedmont, Oklahoma, and he is majoring in business administration. Thank you, Jade, for your hard work and dedication to SCU. You have represented us well, and we are honored to give you this gift of appreciation. SCU senior Jade Maloney. Next, we have soccer player Sonny Milic. Sonny is from Belgrade, Serbia, and is majoring in business finance. Sonny, we appreciate your hard work and your dedication to SCU. You've represented us well, and we're honored to give you this gift of appreciation. SCU senior Sonny Milic. Our next senior soccer player, Jeffrey Ragabar. Jeffrey is being escorted by his wife, Winter Ragabar, and daughter from the Amsterdam, Netherlands, and is majoring in sports management with an emphasis in marketing. Thank you, Jeffrey, for your hard work and your dedication to SCU. You've represented us well, and we're honored to give you this gift of appreciation. SCU senior Jeffrey Ragabar. Our next senior is tennis player Will Long. Will is from Hera, Oklahoma, and he's majoring in history. Will, we appreciate your hard work and all your dedication to SCU. You've represented us well. We'd like to present you with this gift of appreciation. SCU senior Will Long. Our next senior is a tennis player, Alistar Sandercock. Alistar is being escorted by Joshua Washington. He is from Leicester, England, and is majoring in sports management with an emphasis in marketing. Alistar, we appreciate your hard work and dedication to SCU. This gift represents our appreciation. SCU senior Alistar Sandercock. Next we have, or finally we have a track athlete, Lennon Anderson, who is being escorted by Crystal Terry. He is from Mulkey, Oklahoma, and is majoring in sports management. We had a little technical difficulty with Lennon's picture, so we will be presenting that to him at a later date. But Lennon, we appreciate all of your hard work and dedication to SCU. You've represented us well. SCU senior Lennon Anderson. Let's give it up to all of our male athlete seniors. We appreciate all you've done to represent us well.
All right, that concludes the men's section. I'm assuming they're going to be doing the ladies at the halftime of the men's game. So I'm going to go ahead and continue giving the rest of the statistics. Leading scorer for St. Gregory Cavaliers was Howard, Shannon Howard. She had 7 points. She did that on 3 of 6 shooting from the field. Didn't attempt any three-point shots, and she was 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Shannon has 10 rebounds in the game, leading all rebounders. And next up would be number Lee, Courtney Leach. She's 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point land, 2 rebounds. And then following her with 2 points apiece is Stacy Lee, as she's 1 of 10 for shooting, 0 for 5 from three-point land. And Kaylin Dickerson, 1 of 2, and she also has 2 points. So we'll be back here in just a little bit. We're going to take a little break and be back with second half action. I wanted to remind you, the first half action was brought to you by Select Physical Therapy. Select Physical Therapy is one of the physical therapy places in town, and if you're needing physical therapy, I would suggest you check them out at selectphysicaltherapy.com. We'll be back here just in a little bit with second half action. Trimmed in blue, they'll be going from left to right this time. Cavaliers are in blue. Butler with Ross. Ross tries to steal it. She's going to get called for a foul.
And the ball goes clear to the other end. I was talking about the NAIA National Tournament a while ago. I first went to the tournament in 1963, so that's 52 years ago.
Wow. Coach, I'm not even that, well, okay, I am that old, but barely.
I've seen many, many great players in the NAIA National Tournament. Guys that you've heard about, played in the NBA, guys like Willis Reed.
I was going to ask, who's the best you've ever seen in the NAIA?
Oh, man, probably the guy that holds all the scoring records. And I'll talk about him when we get another break.
Clark puts up a shot, and it skips around no good. Jantz pulls down the rebound. Eagles head back up the other way. McGill to Jans. Jans to Ross. Ross looking underneath for Hayes. Throws it back up top to McGill to Jans. Jans to Hayes. Hayes wants to shoot it. She hangs on. Gets it down low to Hadley. She spins, shoots, and scores.
Very nice move. Very nice move.
Back comes Lee for the Lady Cavaliers. We're going to have timeout called. Okay, let's finish this conversation.
Okay, well, probably the best I've seen is a guy named Travis the Machine Gun Grant, who played about 6 years in the NBA, drafted by the Lakers. I saw him the night he scored 62 points in first round of the tournament. He's the all-time leading scorer in the history of college basketball. Played at Kentucky State. They won 3 consecutive NAIA national championships.
Who is the, and I'm going to put you on the spot here, and you may not want to answer this, who's the best player you ever coached?
Well, I had several really good players when I was coaching in college. Probably the 2 guys that had the most potential of anybody. Both got drafted into the NBA but never played. Steve Neff from locally here from Putnam City West, 6'11", was the Oklahoma High School Player of the Year.
And I watched you coach him. I watched many games he played for you.
And then I had a guy when I was at Seattle Pacific named Dwayne Skolton, who was a really fine player, about 6'10". When I coached athletes in action, I coached Ralph Drollinger, who played for John Wooden's last national championship team and signed a contract with the Dallas Mavericks.
Now, did you ever coach Otis Garrison?
I did, and a great player. And he played here at Southwestern when it was a junior college.
Back to action. Lee puts up a long 3. Coach, she's going to shoot, and Clark grabs the rebound and puts it right back in. I will say in Lee's defense, she is the leading scorer for the Cavaliers at 14.9 points a game, almost 15 points a game.
Yeah, the Eagles are just kind of trading baskets now. They're not.
Hadley with the long 3, skips around, no good.
That was going in.
Lee pulls down that rebound, heads up the other direction. Loses control of it and somehow comes up. Nice pass to Howard underneath, and she scores.
That was a great pass by Lee.
No look behind the back.
She's done some great passing, but her shooting statistics are horrible. 1 for 13.
Ball deflected out of bounds off the Cavaliers. Johnson and Estep checks in for the Eagles as Hadley and Ross takes a seat. Estep throws it in to McGill. McGill into to Johnson, over to Jans, to Hayes, who's wide open in the corner. 3 missed, and Estep's there for the Eagles to grab the rebound. Nice pass underneath to Hayes, who got herself wide open, and she misses the shot.
I mean, that's the easiest shot she'll get all night long.
Leach down below us, over to Lee on the far wing. Dribbles in, hands it to Leach. 10 seconds on the shot clock. I've had to say the shot clock tonight more than I've ever had to say. Finally, we're going to have a foul. That foul's going to go on Johnson for the Eagles. That's her second foul. Team foul here.
The Eagles are just kind of sleepwalking through this half.
10-point lead with 14-26. Eagles 35. Cavaliers, 9-point lead, 26.
I thought
Inbounds
maybe
pass. Nice pass up to McGill. She's going to score and get fouled by Lee.
Nice pass from Jantz. I was checking your math a while ago.
Well,
35-26.
When you look for mine, you see a 5 instead of a 6 because of the pole.
We'll give you a pass. I thought maybe you struggled with math sometimes.
Well, I did, but I'm not going to admit it. My shooting percentage was always 90%. I don't care what it was. Lee down below us here. Back up to Leach. Lee with Jantz on her. Goes around a pick set by Howard, and Leach is going to let loose a long three. No good. Fight for the rebound. Johnson comes away with it and calls timeout.
Timeout, Lady Eagles.
Johnson was a little bit feisty there.
Got a little upset with Dickerson as she reached in after she had called timeout. So let's go back to our conversation. Tell me a little bit more about Otis Garrison. Otis.
Well, Otis played here at Southwestern when it was a junior college down on 10th Street. He was here from, 1973, 74, 74, 75 seasons.
Correct.
And great player, junior college All-American. We were really fortunate to get him when I was at now Southern Nazarene University, Bethany Nazarene College. Otis led us to our first trip to the NAI National Tournament in 1976. He was a very, very good player.
Left-handed.
Left-handed.
And he could shoot the ball.
About 6'3" and jump very well. He was a pleasure to coach.
He would tell me how he would used to practice his peripheral vision during church while his dad was preaching. Whistle, we're going to have a foul called.
Foul's called on number 35.
Howard on that foul. That'll be her second foul. E-step out front to Hayes. Hayes to McGill. She's going to let loose a three. Skips around, no good.
Good shot. Just didn't go down. Good look. That shot's okay to take.
Dickerson pulls down the rebound for the Eagles. Back up court. Not for the Eagles, but for the Cavaliers. The back up court they come. Leach kicks it back up to Lee. We'll let Lee shoot if she wants. And E-step tries to steal it, and she fouls Lee going around her.
E-step, her first, team's third.
Leach to Clark. Back to Leach, and she dribbles back up top. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Clark on the far side, now under 10. Lee dribbles into the paint, puts up a shot. That rolls around, no good. Dickerson pulls down the rebound. She misses from point blank. And Johnson pulls down a great rebound, hits back up court.
Well, Lee didn't increase her shooting percentage then.
McGill across the half-court line. To E-step. To Jans up top to McGill. She looks underneath, has E-step wide open. E-step grabs it, kicks it back out to Johnson. Hayes makes a move. She makes a great move on the inside, scores.
Nice move to the basket. Probably got fouled, but no whistle.
But we'll take the basket and run.
Yes.
Clark to Howard. Clark making a move inside. She's cut off by Hayes. Throws it to Lee. And finally, she makes the first three of the game.
If you throw it up there enough times, it will go in sometime.
That's the fourth three-point shot made by the Cavaliers. They're now 4 of 23. E-step with a nice move, puts up a shot, and falls in.
Got a nice touch on it.
Got the shooter's bounce that time. 41-29 Eagle League with 10:50 left here in the game. Ball's on the ground. Great job by McGill. Then we're going to have another fight for it. Let's see what they call here. Going to have a foul called. And that foul is going to be on Dickerson.
What a horrible call. Horrible call. Horrible call by the official. Even though it was for us, I couldn't believe.
And Coach White's letting his disdain be known for it, too. He stepped into Hadley. She pumps up a three well short.
Hadley didn't get on balance then. She was still moving backwards when she shot that one.
Ball over to Leach. Leach to Lee. Butler over to Leach. She's feeling it. Coach misses that one. Rebound by Leach, and she gets an easy shot underneath.
That was just as good as a pass, the way that bounced off there.
So we're going to have a timeout now by the Cavaliers. The score, 41-31. Lady Eagles up on top at the 10:07 mark.
Not very good basketball.
Now full timeout called.
Well, not much been decided this half. It was an 11-point lead for the Lady Eagles at halftime, and we played 10 minutes, and they still have a 10-point lead.
Hadley's your leading scorer for the Eagles with 10 points. McGill has 5 rebounds, and Hayes has 5 assists. Howard is the leading scorer still with 11 points for the Cavaliers. She's also the leading rebounder. She has a double-double with 11 rebounds. And Lee is your assist leader at 5 assists. All right, back to action. It'll be Eagles ball. They'll bring it down from the far end. McGill with a good floor game tonight for the Lady Eagles.
Oh, they should have thrown it then. They had a good back door.
Johnson, nice move. She's going to go in, and there's going to be a foul called.
That was a really nice move by Eliora Johnson.
Foul's going to go against Leach. That'll be her second foul for the Cavaliers. That's going to send Johnson to the line to shoot 2. Like for them to stretch this lead to keep it above 10 here the rest of the game. First shot is up and good. Second shot is on its way, and that one is good. So Johnson with 5 points now for the Lady Eagles.
Lady Eagles are trying to speed the game up, and a great pass by Lee.
Lee with another assist, and she got Howard wide open underneath.
Yeah, the Eagles got burned then on their press.
McGill to Hadley over in the far corner. Hadley, nice pass to Johnson, puts up a shot. She forced that one, Coach, left it a little short.
Yeah, but it's a great pass by Hadley into her.
Johnson felt the pressure coming. Ball knocked out of bounds as Hadley did a good job on the defensive end, and it went out of bounds off of Howard for the Cavaliers. Ross back into the game for Jantz for the Lady Eagles. Last game for the seniors tonight here in Southwestern. Christian University Gym.
We'll have the Lady Eagles, or the ladies senior celebration at halftime in the men's game.
Hadley scored from the free throw line. Nice shot.
All she had to do, that was like a free throw. There wasn't anybody anywhere around her.
Howard underneath, back out to Lee. She's going to let loose a three, and she buries that one. So she's hit a couple of threes here in this half.
Yeah, it's only a 9-point lead for the Lady Eagles. They need to.
Ooh, Hadley with a foul. That's going to be an offensive foul on Hadley.
And no doubt about it.
3 fouls for Hadley. That's the 4th team foul. The Cavaliers are already had their 7th team foul, so the Eagles are in the bonus.
Yep.
Dickerson back up to Smith up top. Finds Howard on the far wing. Howard to Butler. Oh, and there's going to be a foul on Johnson as she fouled Leach as she was trying to make a move to the basket.
For some reason, Johnson just can't get over there and protect the baseline side.
Smith, bad pass, gets away from her. But it's going to be backcourt, belong to the Eagles. As Butler picked it up.
9-point lead for the Eagles with about 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Eagles need to push this lead on out. They just have not played well this half.
Johnson, shot in and out. Dickerson with the rebound for the Cavaliers. You don't want it to get any closer than this. They need to stop. There's still plenty of time.
Yep.
Leach on the far side kicks it back up to Smith as she resets the offense. Nearly walked. Howard inside to Dickerson. Now back out to Butler. She shoots a long three. That was an air ball.
That was a real air ball.
That was a real air ball, and she was forced to shoot that as the shot clock was running down. Hadley underneath. Misses, but she's going to be fouled by Howard. That'll be Howard's 3rd foul.
Nice pass then on the break.
Foul call on number 35, Shannon Howard, her 3rd.
Hadley will go to the line to shoot 2.
Line shooting 2, number 21, Grace Hadley.
First shot is up, and that's good.
Checking in for the Lady Cavaliers, number 23, Kelsey Howgard. In for the Lady Eagles.
Howgard is back in. And she's going to have to be careful if she has 4 fouls. Second shot is up, and that's good. So we'll stretch this back out to 11-point lead now for the Eagles. Smith with the ball for the Cavaliers. Lee across the half-court line. She dribbles in. Tried to make a pass in to Leach. Now her pass is stolen away by Estep on Leach. That'll be Leach's 3rd foul.
And Estep will be shooting 1 and 1.
Foul call on number 11, Courtney Leach, her 3rd, team's 9th. At the line, shooting 1 and 1, number 20, Taylor Estep.
Estep with her first shot is good.
Point lead for the Eagles with about 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
Second shot is up and good, so that's a 4th point here in the game for Estep. Howgard over to Smith, or to Lee into Howard. Hayes on her. Back to Leach. Leach to Howgard. to Dickerson. Shot clock's running down. Smith launches a long three. That's going to be no good. Hadley pulls down the rebound. Kicks it to Estep. Estep to Hayes. Hayes fakes the three. Kicks it back to Hadley. She's going to shoot a long three. That's short.
Man, she hadn't come close on any of her threes tonight.
Long three put up by Halgard. No good. Hayes goes down and going to be Cavaliers ball as Coach White imploring his girls, they got to speed up the game now. They can't afford to let the shot clock run down every time now. Way out top to Lee. Ross guarding her. Leach drives into the paint, puts up a little
nice runner
shot.
in the lane.
They went in. Those are the ones you normally shoot a little long, but she got enough height on it to make it go down. Estep with a long three. That's no good. Jans comes away with the rebound.
Good rebound.
Ross sets up the.
Now your opponent is the clock at this time of the game.
Pass underneath the Hayes. Great pass by Ross to find Hayes open. A timeout called. Full timeout by Lady Cavaliers with 5:06 left. The Lady Eagles 51, the Cavaliers 38. Eagles are shooting 16 of 44 for 36%, 4 of 20 from the three-point line for 30%. Lady Cavaliers 16 of 53 for 30%, field goal shooting 5 of 28 for only 17% from three-point land. So looking like the Eagles pretty well got this in hand if they'll just play smart basketball the rest of the way in. I think you'll see a little more intensity to the Cavaliers now. They will probably be shooting quicker and
pressing.
Getting after it on defense. Halgard back to Leach. Halgard ball nearly stolen by Estep to Lee. Lee makes a move in. Runs into Hayes and loses control of the ball. Jans with a 2-on-1. 3-on-1. Estep's going to stop and pop, and she makes it.
Nice assist by Miranda Jans.
Halgard over to Lee. Back to Leach. Leach here in the corner to Dickerson. And they're settled for letting the clock run down and airballing it because there's nothing left on the clock, and that's going to be it. Well, there shouldn't have been a shot clock. There should have been a shot clock violation, absolutely. He thought it hit the rim, and it did not. They're going to give him 2 seconds left.
The guy running the shot clock reset too quick.
Coach is on him over there saying, come on, guys, run the shot clock right. Shot put up no good, and there's the shot clock violation.
Against Lady Cavaliers, Lady Eagle basketball. Reporting for the Lady Eagles, number 33.
Coach, they let that thing run all the way down. You're not going to win like that.
No, but there's going to be pressure now by St. Gregory's so you got to shoot free throws well.
Double team. Hadley throws the ball away.
Terrible pass.
Lee's going to let loose a long three, and she buries it. Coach has to remind him, hey, girls, we're playing full court pressure here. McGill breaks it, kicks it to Hayes. Hayes is going to let loose that three. That's going to be short.
And that was not a good shot. You don't need to shoot that shot. You're playing the clock now.
Leach with a long three. She misses that one. Hayes pulls down the rebound for the Eagles. Play smart, girls. Play smart.
Take 30 seconds off the clock.
Ross taking her time, setting up the offense over to McGill, to Hadley. Hadley up top to McGill.
Right back to Hadley.
Take your time, under 10 seconds. Now she goes in, and she's going to lose control, and it goes out of bounds off of her. That's all right. We took a good 25 seconds off the clock.
The referee under the basket is a little weak.
Leach looking underneath. Now hands it to Haugard. Hayes nearly stole that away from her. Lee. Back to Dickerson, back to Lee. All the way over to Haugard. She's going to shoot a three, and she buries that one.
And guess what? You're only 9 ahead now.
Full court pressure to Ross. Ross gets across half-court line. That ball nearly gets stolen by Haugard. Goes out of bounds off her Eagle ball.
The Eagles hadn't handled this pressure very well.
Ross. Lee on her. Gets it into Hayes. Hayes makes a nice pass to Hadley. Hadley misses her shot.
Stuck it in the crack. Stuck it in the crack.
Lee with the long three. No good. Fight for the rebound. Cavaliers come away with it. Haugard with the long shot. No good. McGill comes down with the rebound. She's going to be fouled by Leach. That'll be Leach's fourth foul. And we'll go the other end and shoot 1-1.
No, we're going to shoot 2, I think.
Nope, 2 shots. I'm faster than the shot clock operators over there.
At the line, shooting 2, number 33, Andy McGill.
First shot is up and good.
Gets it back to 10.
Second one is up and good. We're going to have a timeout call by the Eagles at the 2:07 mark. Eagles 55, Lady Cavaliers 44. We'll remind you we'll be back here just right after this game with the men's game. Men are taking on the Cavaliers. Last home game. It's been a joy to work with Coach Poteet this year doing the color.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've made most every game except when I had my hip replacement surgery.
Hip replacement and a grandbaby.
And a grandbaby, yeah.
Can't believe you leave to go see a grandbaby, Coach.
Yeah, and I would have missed this game if it would have been Saturday because I was in Kansas City. But when it was canceled, I said, I get to come back and work again.
I want to remind you the game has been brought to you tonight by Select Physical Therapy. So if you have a physical therapy need, check them out at selectphysicaltherapy.com and see what they can do for you.
Leading scorer for the Eagles is Grace Hadley with 14. The leading scorer for St. Gregory's is Howard with 13.
Back to action. Now under 2 minutes to play in the game, and Eagles with an 11-point lead. Dickerson hands it to Leach. She's going to dribble in, then she kicks it out to Leach, and she puts up a shot, no good. Hayes comes down with a big rebound for the Lady Eagles. That should just about seal it up right there, Coach.
I would think so, if you can just take 30 seconds off the clock.
And Hadley, back to McGill, over to Hayes. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. She gets it to Hadley. Hadley makes a move and threw it out of bounds, but said it went off of a Cavalier.
And we got 5 seconds on the shot clock. That's all right. Just in quick and get a shot.
Ross to Jans. Jans is going to let loose a long three. Almost goes in. Missed it. Howard pulls down the rebound. Then she throws it away, but Lee comes away with it. And now it is going to be thrown away as Howgard wasn't looking for that pass at all.
She needed eyes in the back of her head.
Hayes on the far side. Back up to Jans to Hadley. Nice keep away here. Run the shot clock down. Howard to McGill. McGill goes into the paint, finds Hayes. Hayes did a good job. She's going to go in. She gets tripped and fouled. So that's going to send Hayes to the line to shoot two.
Well, Lady Eagles have won this ball game. I don't think they can give up an 11-point play.
Hayes' first shot is in. Hayes with a good game tonight. She's 4-12 from the field, 1 for 3 from the three-point line. She's now 3-3 field goal, or free throws, now 4-4. Has 12 points and 6 rebounds and 5 assists for Kim tonight. Senior night, her last game here at home. Howgard with a long three, bounds around, no good. Leach comes up with it over to Lee. She puts up a long three. She makes it, and she's fouled. As Hadley goes crashing into her.
I don't know why Grace is trying to stop her now. You don't want the clock stopped.
Number 21, Grace Hadley, her fourth.
That's Hadley's fourth foul.
At the line shooting one, number 3, Stacy Lee.
57-47 lead. Hadley's going to check out of the game, and Johnson checks in for her.
Also reporting from the Lady Cavaliers, number 12, Danielle Butler. And number 30, Cassidy Clark.
Shots up, and that's good. 9-point lead. Gets it into McGill, full court pressure. Back to Ross, to Hayes. Across the half-court line, Hayes. To Jans, back to Hayes. All the way over to McGill. Back to Hayes. Good ball movement by the Lady Eagles underneath to Johnson, to Jans. Back to Hayes. Hayes gets fouled hard. Dickerson fouled her. They're going to talk about this.
Fouls called on number 22, Taylor Dixon, her fifth. Reporting for the Lady Cavaliers, number 11, Courtney Leach.
I think if the score would have been a little closer, Coach, that would have been an intentional foul.
I think so.
So Hayes is to the line to shoot two with 17 seconds left. Up and good. Second one's up and good. .15 seconds left. Underneath to Howard, she shoots and misses. And then Hayes is going to foul Howard as she pulled down that offensive rebound and went back up for a shot with under 10 seconds to play.
And Eliora Johnson gave up the baseline again.
At the line, shooting two, number 35, Shannon Howard.
So Coach Hayes is now the leading scorer for the Eagles with 15 points for the game. And the leading rebounder with 6 rebounds. So for her senior night, she's going out proud.
15 for her, 14 for Grace Hadley.
Howard missed her first one, made the second one. Ross back to Hayes. Hayes up to Johnson. Johnson to Ross to McGill. McGill's going to hang on to it, and that's going to be your ball game. So, Lady Eagles 59, St. Gregory Lady Cavaliers 49, 10-point lead. Lady Eagles are going to end up the season with a record of 13-17 and tied in the conference at 9-9. So they'll go in as a 5th seed into the SAC tournament.
And if everything stays the way it is now, the Eagles will play Texas Wesleyan on Thursday night.
So, give you your statistics for the game. The Lady Eagles shot 36%. They were 18 of 49. 18% from the three-point line as they were only 4 of 22. Free throw line, they were golden tonight, Coach. 19 of 21 for 90%. That's great shooting percentage for these girls.
Was.
Rebounds was their big bugaboo tonight. Only 29 rebounds compared to 45 for the Lady Cavaliers. 6 of them offensive for the Lady Eagles, 23 defensive. Lady Cavaliers with 45. They had 21 offensive rebounds and 24 defensive rebounds, but a lot of those were on the missed shots that they had, so that's how they got so many rebounds, obviously.
It was the game was never in doubt, and yet at the same time, it was not a pretty situation.
Assists, Lady Eagles had 15 assists compared to the Cavaliers' 11. Lady Eagles had 8 steals versus 6 turnovers, or 6 steals for the Cavaliers. Turnovers, 19 turnovers for the Cavaliers versus only 10 for the Lady Eagles. And the Lady Eagles got 24 points off those turnovers compared to 8. For the Cavaliers. Checking out the statistics, Kim Hayes, senior, playing her last home game. Kim ended up 4-12 from the field, 1 of 5 from three-point land with 15 points. She was 6 of 6 from the free throw line, leading the team in rebounds with 6 rebounds, and she had 5 assists for a total of 15 points. Great way for a senior to go out.
Right.
Grace Hadley was 6 of 14 from the field, 0 of 5 from three-point land, 2 of 2 from the free throw line for 14 points. She also had 4 rebounds and 1 assist. Followed up by Andy McGill, 3 of 7 from field goals. She was 2 of 6, hit those early in the game to get the Eagles out going from three-point land. 4 of 5 from the free throw line for 6 rebounds and 2 assists.
12 points she scored.
6 points by Elora Johnson and 6 points by Taylor Estep. 3 each by Miranda Jansen, Lydia Ross. For the Cavaliers tonight, leading scorer ended up being Stacy Lee, 5 of 21. She's been their leading scorer with almost 18 points a game. She finally, in the second half, hit 4 3-pointers, so she was 4 of 14 from the three-point line, 1 of 2 free throws, 3 rebounds, and she had 7 assists for 15 points. Followed up by Shannon Howard. She was 6 of 11 from the field goal line. She didn't take a three-pointer, 2 of 6 from the free throw line. 15 big rebounds for her and 1 assist for 14 points. So we're glad you've joined us tonight. We're going to sign off now and get ready for the men's game coming up next. We'll be back on here in just a few minutes to preview that game. For Coach Jim Poteet and myself, Danny Nix, we want to thank you for joining us this year, watching the Lady Eagles play basketball, and congratulations for the Coach Matthews for his first year as the lead for the Lady Eagles. Did a good job coaching this year. I'm expecting big things next year. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again here in a few minutes for the men's game.